Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of T Forbes TV. Today I kind of thought I'd talk about something that's been on my mind for a while and recently has just kind of come back to the forefront. So the Monday before last, October 8th, was actually my 20th birthday. It was also Canadian Thanksgiving, but that's not important right now. Anyway, I woke up that day, the same way I've woken up every birthday for the last decade and a half, with a phone call far too early from one of my moms trying to be the first one to wish me a happy birthday. Which is fine. I think birthdays are actually as important, if not more important, to the parents than it is to the person whose birthday it is. Because if you think about it, the day you were born is a lot more memorable to your parents than it is to you. Speaking of which, I think we should start this new trend where on your birthday you call your mom and say sorry. But yeah, I'm on the phone with my mom and inevitably I get asked a question that I think is probably one of the dumbest of all time. Did you feel any different now that you're insert age here? I'm sure each and every one of you have been asked that question at one time or another by your parents or your aunt or uncle or your third cousin twice removed. It doesn't matter. If it's your birthday, you've been asked this question. And really, how do they expect you to answer? Is it one of those questions like where they're asking just to be polite and they don't really care about the answer? Honestly, more than once I've considered responding with this big speech about waking up and recognizing my own mortality and the idea that in 4 to 5 generations, the vast majority of us are going to have faded away into obscurity, only to be recognized by some descendant looking to make a family tree. Instead, I answered the way I always do. Not yet, but maybe I will later in the day. And that's when I remembered having this exact same conversation a year ago when I turned 19. And that got me thinking about all the things that had changed in that time and all the things that had stayed the same. If you really think about it, the you are today is so different than the you were last year when you were you on this day. Wait, did that make sense? You know what I mean. We're always changing, but these changes are always so slow that you can't really notice them individually. It's not until you look back at like a year or some long period of time that you can see like just how different things really are. In every given year, we're exposed to thousands of people and like millions of ideas, and each one, even if it's the tiniest bit, affects you, changes you. We're all constantly growing and evolving on this lifelong journey to find out who we are, and no matter how certain you are of you right now, in a year from now, you could be looking back at yourself thinking, oh my god, what is he wearing, or what is he doing? Everything is just going to be so different. I think that's really cool. But then I took it a step further. Like, yeah, it's cool knowing where you are now, and you look back and you see where you were at that point. But what's that old saying? It's the journey, not the destination, that's important. Well, your experiences, your thoughts, your ideas, your interactions, they all join together to create your life, your journey, your story. And sometimes I think life goes by too fast. We don't have time to enjoy our story or even understand it the first time through. We're too busy living it. I mean, when it comes to my past, I'm always more curious about why I did something or why I stopped doing something than just recognizing how much things have changed. And that's why on my birthday I decided to start doing a daily journal. It's a way that I can remember every day and how I was feeling and thinking on those days. I mean, it's only been a week and a half, but I can see how this would be a great relative reflection on everything that goes on in your life. And it's also a concrete record of who I am today. I mean, I'm going to grow and I'm going to evolve and change year after year, day after day for the rest of my life. But I think it's important to never forget where you came from or how you got to where you are. Life goes by too fast sometimes, and the small things fall by the wayside and get forgotten. But if you record them, if you remember them, you may just hold on to the part of yourself that would fade away because they may have more to teach you. That's everything for today, so I'll see you guys next time.